It's said that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, yet more than 16 million kids in America are going without any food at home. Florida has one of the highest rates of food insecurity in the nation. 3.1 million people in the state are facing hunger. More than 1 million are children.
But out of all of them, which one do you think has the most energy for you to be able to get that boost in the morning to get going?
Apples.
Middle school students are learning about healthy eating habits. Chefs from Universal Orlando's award-winning food and beverage team were on hand giving demonstrations.
With the school outreach program that we're doing, it's been really interesting so far. We kind of went in with the idea of let's focus on healthy nutrition, because sometimes at this age they have a stigma associated with accepting free food. So they've been very enthused about learning from our chefs, and then also when we bring out our food truck and they actually get to sample the food, that always goes over very well.
It's all part of Universal Orlando's newest Food Pantry on Wheels, which is teaming up with Second Harvest and After School All-Stars to give hungry teens a fighting chance.
There's an overabundance of at-risk and at-need kids in Central Florida. For instance, there's over just in Orange County alone, there's over 6,000 homeless youth that can be served by any of these different programs. And in this program, out of those 600 kids, probably about 200 to 300 of them are homeless at any one time during the year. So again, it is the most at-risk kids during their most at-risk time in their life.
And we've seen that more and more with this program. As we come to schools, you hear stories where this may be the only meal or one of the few meals that the children are getting for that particular day. So we're thrilled to be a part of it and be able to bring this food to them, but then also being able to get the message out to their families that there are resources available.
The first of its kind mobile food pantry is threefold.
The true goal is to get food out to families in need. There are many in our community that live in areas that are referred to as food deserts, where it's a challenge to either get to grocery stores or food pantries. So by having this mobile program, we can take the food to them.
Teaching kids about healthy food habits is only part of the school outreach. These students are learning how to make meals and then taking family food packs home to share with the rest of their loved ones in need.
Well, one thing we learned quickly is that food is definitely a common denominator for everyone. When you start talking about food, what people like, what they enjoy eating, it really brings out the personality in the kids. And so if we're able to get them with food, but be able to educate them as well and provide resources, it's kind of the perfect combination.
Besides visiting different schools, every month the food truck visits dozens of sites with families in need and provides food boxes to households.
In addition to what we do with the schools, when the mobile food pantry isn't at one of the schools, we go out to different locations within the community. It may be hotels or motels where homeless families are staying, apartment complexes, community organizations, and we do actual food drops where we'll go in with family food boxes and deliver hundreds at a time to various families.
Lastly, the mobile food pantry keeps other pantries full, delivering items to keep families in need from going hungry.
You know, overall in Central Florida, throughout our 6-county area, we have about 200,000 kids that live in low-income families. Does that mean they're going to bed hungry every night? Not necessarily, but what it does mean is that they're at a very high risk of being hungry at some point during every year. And it doesn't really take much to get off track nutritionally as a kid and suffer lifelong consequences as a result of that. And so programs like this, where we're bringing in not only some food, which is important, but also that education and that nutrition makes a huge difference for these kids.
This food truck may be just in its premiere days, but Universal Orlando hopes it becomes a box office hit